A couple, Jake, first of all, how did you feel, or I guess with the tempo, it was kind of, you guys didn't go 100% all game. What percentage would you say you guys were in terms of tempo throughout?
Well, if you look at what they do offensively, if we go tempo and then go 3 and out, and then they're going to run, 10 minutes off the clock, that's the biggest reason why we stayed somewhat conservative in the tempo. But there's a few plays here and there. We're just trying to get lined up fast, and I think you can see with those few plays what it did for us.
And then for both of you guys, what happened on the touchdown there that didn't exactly look designed?
You go first.
You go ahead.
All right. Well, we had I was working to the left. It was man-to-man, real tightly covered, so just figured I'd take it myself and went to go run it. Got grabbed a little bit and just happened to look up and see Kiel did a great job of working across the field, getting to my eyes. We work on scramble drill all the time. And he just told me in there, he said I wasn't getting tackled from the inside the 5-yard line. He did a phenomenal job of getting the ball in the end zone.
I just appreciate Jake for giving me the opportunity. The coaches giving me the opportunity to, show what I got. Once Jake gave me that ball, I knew I had to catch it, and I wasn't going down inside the 10. So that's all it's all.
Jake, speaking of tempo, when you got the ball back there at the end of the first half, how confident were you that you'd be able to move right down the field? And does that drive, is that a perfect example of what you guys have been working on all summer and during camp with tempo?
Oh, it's a great example. It's a great example of what it looks like to go fast and be efficient. I think we were 5 for 5. I think Brian had that fumble, but we did a good job of getting back on it. But it really starts with Donnell and the offensive line. They kind of set the tempo. The faster they get lined up, the faster we can go. So Donnell did a great job of understanding the situation and understanding that we got to get lined up fast.
Kiel, you talked about getting that opportunity. How kind of satisfying was that to score early and get that opportunity after sort of waiting two years kind of on the fringes, working for that chance?
It's a lot of anger built up 2 years sitting on the bench, like I expressed this spring. And like I said, when I got the ball, it wasn't going down. That was not in my mind at all.
Jake, what did you see from the offensive line today?
They did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job in the run game. Running for, 263. That's outstanding. It's a testament to Coach Wolf and a testament to how hard those guys have worked all year. I just heard Coach, the one protection issue was on a running back. So they did a phenomenal job all day in protection and the run game.
How happy were you for Deebo, especially getting that touchdown, which has kind of gone viral since then?
Yeah, I'm extremely happy for him. And I said it after the game to the SEC Network people, the challenges that he's been through have really turned him into just an outstanding teammate, outstanding friend that really just enjoys being out there with the guys. And he understands that he's never going to take the game for granted. And it was awesome to just see him get a touchdown again and just be back out there with us.
Jacob, looking at Donnell's snaps today, it seemed like a few of them might have been floating to you. Was that just a one-game thing? What did you see out there?
Yeah, a few of them might have floated a little bit, but I got to catch the ball at the end of the day. I tried to go a little bit too fast on that one. Got it back, fortunately, but, yeah, I just got to catch the ball.
And for each of you guys, you've both been around here for a while. The new helmet logo, did that make a difference to you guys? What'd you think of them when you saw them? How'd that go?
I loved it, actually. I think change is good, and I think brought some new energy to the team.
Kiel, you mentioned the last 2 years kind of some anger building up. How hard was it to, I guess, stay focused for you and really wait for that opportunity, trying to stay focused and know when it'll come potentially?
Good question. What a lot of folks don't see is like when players leave high school, they leave as gods, and when they go to college, it's so hard for them to get on the field, and it just takes so much support, and I got so much support from my teammates, from the people back home, my parents, and that's what you really need is just support, and they made it real easy for me.
One thing on that, my man wears 2 pairs of cleats. He brings 2 pairs of cleats to practice because that's how hard he works. He's probably the hardest worker on the team. I mean, just day in and day out, he hasn't let the situation that he's had affect him and his work ethic, and it's a testament to how he was raised and just his character.
Appreciate you, brother.
Jake, in your communications with Brian today and the way the game went, did you notice that he maybe seemed more comfortable than he did against Michigan? Did you notice any difference in the game operation just as he had one game under his belt in an off season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's more comfortable with him, more comfortable with me. A lot of the times out there, and we were on the same page. Before the play was even called, I was kind of thinking, hopefully he calls this play, and he ended up calling it. That's what you want. That's what you want as a quarterback. Made a fantastic call on the screen, and Deebo did a great job of getting it in there. But yeah, today I just felt like he called a lot of good plays that put us in the right position, and a lot of guys made some fantastic plays today.
Jake, on the touchdown to Deebo, the play before, ball uncharacteristically goes through his hands where he would have scored. Was that designed to go back to him to give him a chance to get in the end zone?
Yeah, I threw it about 120 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know why it just came out kind of hot. But, I mean, he knows that he's got to catch it. But, yeah, I mean, I have all the faith in the world in Deebo, and I was going right back to him. And it was just great to see him getting in the end zone.
You've been with Coach Warner for 8 months or however now, but now that you guys have the first game under your belt, what was it like having that interaction with him on game day?
Yeah, I mean, he's very mild-mannered. I mean, I think you can tell that just by talking to him. But after every drive, I would come over and pick up the little phone and talk to him, and just gives me, tips here and there or what we're going to do next drive. He's just really knowledgeable about the game. I mean, he's been around for a while, seen a lot of stuff, and just the calmness throughout the game and the consistent, tone and just, attitude that he has is really good for me.
Two more for you guys.
Jake, given that the competition level steps up significantly next week, how much of what happened today can you carry over and does carry over to next week, and how much doesn't?
Well, I think, like Coach said in the locker room, today, every game we play, we want to play the best that we can play. And I said it before the interview before the game this week, that each team we play, we approach it nameless and faceless. So no matter who they are or what they do, we're going to approach each preparation the same. And a lot of good things are going to carry over. It was kind of nice to get this game under our belt and be ready to go.
It seemed like today you guys broke out some of the bells and whistles offensively, some of the quirkier stuff, I guess. Coming in, what was sort of the excitement level to try that out, and how did you think it kind of went?
Yeah, well, their defense coordinator came from high school last year. So coming into the game, we wanted to make sure that we had a solid idea of what they were doing based on what we have had watched all week. Kind of watched some Bo Pelini stuff from where he learned. So just making sure coming out there and to see what the defense coordinator had planned for us, and then just going out there and playing. I mean, it's stuff that we practiced all week, and I'm just glad we could execute well.
Thank y'all.